Spirit said it's not the first time they tried to help you because they tried to get you before. And he knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? He knows. What? Hey, y'all. Hey, let's get into this amazing reading for, what's the man's name? Josh Pickles, Doordash Exec. He lost his life at Lake Tahoe a couple days ago. And y'all asked about him, so let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit wants me to share. Moving in love and light. Now remember, disclaimer, this video and its contents are for entertainment purposes only. Tarot readings are intuitive interpretations and should not be considered a substitute for legal, financial, medical, or mental health advice. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so this is not the first time that they tried to help. Spirit said it's not the first time they tried to help you because they tried to get you before. And he knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? He knows. He knows. Spirit is acknowledging that this energy, in regards to whatever situation that he had, this is not the first time they tried to come get you. And when I say that, there's some kind of physical energy that he was at odds with. It's an opposition. And just take what I'm saying, you know, this is alleged, and for entertainment purposes, this was a takeout. This was one of them situations where they got you. Okay, Spirit is being very clear. This is not the first time they tried to get you. They were trying over and over and over and over and over again. And he was also trying over and over and over again to have some form of resolve, like trying, but he wasn't listening to his higher intuitive self, running around like a chicken with his head cut off, dealing with pride, ego, people-pleasing energy. There's an energy that he wasn't rooted, he wasn't grounded, he wasn't maintaining authenticity, and he wasn't being genuine. Very busy, overwhelmed, frenzy, chaos. Okay, refocus and redo for best results. Also, I don't know why Spirit is acknowledging that he shouldn't have been on the water anyway. Was he aware of the currents, the turbulence? I don't know why Spirit's giving me all these words. Spirit says no, but he was learning from an experience. Old ways were no longer working. When it came to this, something was crashing. Look at the anguish within the hands holding the head. Things were cut short. It was an uphill battle. He was fighting a lost cause. And in the middle of the deck, yes, Spirit is acknowledging this is the real deal. Something about their efforts bearing fruit in what they were trying to seek, and having him get on this boat during this time. But it feels like he was not necessarily fully aware of the current stormy relationships, trouble strikes, uproar. So that is what he was aware of, but he wasn't aware of how this translated to the accident and or the conditions of the storm. But someone knew that he was getting on this boat. And more importantly, Spirit says it's not my business, not my problem, but there is some kind of conversation around the situation, making him feel like there is egg on his face. At the heart of it, he wants peace, but his actions did not speak louder than his words. Spirit is also acknowledging that he should have left this situation a long time ago. Boredom, monotony, small-mindedness, branch out, move on, novelty is needed. This obstacle, thank you, Spirit, could have been overcome, but he stayed on that side of the fence because he was feeding his heart chakra, in that he thought the grass was greener. Period, point blank. Spirit is acknowledging he should have returned to his place of home, peace, a space of rejuvenation, resilience, but he didn't. And we all get choices. Choices are our most powerful tool belt in our... We all get choices. Okay. Josh Pickles, Doordash Exec. Spirit says it's in the middle. Some energy around Ascension tension. And this could be the Ascension tension that he's feeling with in the afterlife, in the parallel universe. Growing pains, imposter syndrome. As we rise to our highest potential, we get elevation sickness. This card means that you may be feeling discomfort in success. You're getting backlash for no longer performing old roles. And it's making you question if you're on the right path. You are. When you look back at what you've left at the bottom of the climb of your life, you risk falling. Keep rising. Keep going. Keep rising, keep going. In regards to Lake Tahoe, Josh Pickles, Doordash Exec, what's the energy? Thank you, Spirit. All right, Spirit is acknowledging high energy electricity. It was a high spiritual energy. He could have even been told about, from a psychic, some form of energy, that the plans were changing, that there was some red tape around this situation. He could also have been working with some form of electricity, but there's an energy of money was coming in, and there was a lot of spending, but there was discontent around this. Spirit is acknowledging things were getting worse. Could even acknowledge a love triangle, a work relationship, third party, a long time, an inconsistent lover, having arguments, deterioration, aggravations, dis-ease, infection, negative growth, lying, lost, a test or an exam. Interesting. And then a lot of money is now coming in with this business card, this business success. West wind, interesting. A travel, abroad, a plan. A plane. Thank you, Spirit. Spring. This was like an atomic bomb. This was nuclear. This was powerful energy, almost like a rocket up in the air. Spirit is acknowledging this was a fusion of forces, a medium to seal the deal. Okay. This involves crowds and arenas and many children. Now, what is happening in our political stance that includes many children, and how does that connect to this business? And I'm not saying the business is connected to it, but it's the idea of quick selling of things, purchasing of things quickly, rapidly from your phone. I don't know. I just ask the questions. I just literally read the energy. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit said this was a revolving door. When it comes to him, it's a virtual reality, not real. They're playing a game, literally. And somebody was watching him, and this energy was a menace. This is a revolving door of this virtual reality, and someone was just watching him every single step of the way. There's also this energy of moving back in, trying to go somewhere, Josh. Spirit is acknowledging that this has to do with a lot of children and or a lack of maturity, acting very childish, and also lying. What else do you want me to know? This is the ghost. It's coming back. And this could also acknowledge that he's going to come back and do some work on his behalf for his situation. This involves a lot of, thank you, Spirit. This involves a lot of money and the person who was in control, the player, the person who holds all the cards. But this unplugged. So is the plug no longer the plug? Just a question. What is his message around Lake Tahoe and the situation that involves him? Accept. He's accepting the things as they are because that's it. And that's the only thing that he can do. This is a powerful step forward. He may be resisting change lately, or just acknowledging this time to let go of control, and he'll discover a peace and a new opportunity in the present moment. And look how this person looks like they're going through a different type of portal. There goes a door. This even looks like a portal, but it's like a different time zone. It's a different realm. It's a different location. And he's just accepting that this is his fate. This is where he is. Okay. Sending the collective energy. Josh Pickles. Yeah, he was a man at the crossroad. It was a powerful decision that needed to be made. Okay, Spirit is also acknowledging that he needs to protect himself, and purification was needed with salt, but he was crossed. His energy is tangled and or cursed. Sending the collective energy, listening, love, and light. I just read the energy. Josh Pickles, Lake Tahoe. The message of concern, which creates a lot of emotional pain. It's a karmic masculine, but now he is healed. Or he is gaining some healing. What happened at Lake Tahoe? Spirit says cover up. Not my business. Manipulation happened. A lot of money is falling from the sky now. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. It's a mature man. Older, mature man. Not my business. I don't want to tussle. I don't want to fight. Josh Pickles. Thank you. Oh, 2 cards. We do get the Strength card in reverse. 8 is significant. 8 is in reverse. Things are a mess. You are handing your life over to fear, anxiety, and self-doubt. Not making a choice is a clear choice towards self-destruction. If the idea of self-discipline and self-control is overwhelming for you, think of self-devotion. You need help. Interesting. And because of that, with the 26, the Father of Fire, looks like he's got himself in a pickle. No pun intended. I just read the energy. If you have a yes or no question, Papa Fire steps forward with a clear yes. The time is now for that big, passionate vision. All things are possible, but you were scared. Strength card in reverse. You are possible. Keep the enthusiasm up. Fire sign energy. Passionate, but yet chaotic in the area of business, but also in the area of passion. That's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Your qualities as a natural born leader are required. Get it done. As usual, you are trying to wear all the hats, but that will stagnate your growth. You need support in your current endeavor. Embrace your raw desires. You deserve unbridled pleasure. Be adventurous and fearless in pursuing new experiences. Express your sensuality. Taking the lead is sexy in every aspect of your life. Spirit is acknowledging again, this is juicy divine yang energy. Is it safe? But he needs to try some EFT, emotional freedom techniques, tapping to help him relax into his natural leadership. This seems like he knew that this was something, whichever direction he was moving in, he was afraid. He didn't have all the strength that he needed. He was weary. He was weak, but he went after it anyway. What does that include? I don't know. In the middle of the deck, because Spirit said to pull one more card, feels like in the area of business, but also in the area of passion, things just didn't work out. Okay, and in the middle of the deck with the trickster, ego, and excess, plans are collapsing. See, this is why Spirit told me to pull another card. You're feeling overcome by dark thoughts, but you are the one who is refusing to evolve. Throw off the shackles, remove the obstacles, and free yourself. Change your plans and choose your own liberation. Reclaim your power. That's his business. Okay. What are the ancestors saying to Josh Pickles in regards to Lake Tahoe tragedy? And he's saying he's not the only one. This is a setup. This was supposed to happen to somebody else, but not my business. Yeah, dolphin. Water. Dolphin. Anyway, you exist in multiple realms now. And that he does. Sending the collective energy, love and light. Spirit is also acknowledging indigo child. Your life had purpose. But there's this wounded mother learning to love, trying to give birth to an idea and or a manifestation. And this is what he was dreaming of as an indigo child, to bring forth this idea, this purpose. But Spirit is also acknowledging he's with the divine mother now. Perfect love. But this also included some sacred, sensual pleasure. Interesting. Because the energy that's coming off of that card is this could definitely go deeper. And people want to be very surface with this situation, but it goes much, much deeper. And there is some energy of innocent children acknowledged in this spread right here. I don't know what this is about, but this is also tied to someone who is dealing with a very difficult time himself. And when I'm speaking in reference to him, I don't know why, but Sean Combs' energy is coming in, and I don't know what the connection is. I don't know why this is tethered, why this is tied. I am seeing that red string theory, that something is connected to something, which is connected to something. And Spirit is acknowledging this also is connecting to past life situations, etc. Sending the collective energy, love, and light. Spirit is acknowledging to pull one more card. And this card was in reverse, but it doesn't matter. It's the magic to manifest. What were you manifesting? What were you using your power to manifest? Sending the collective energy, love, and light. Josh Pickles, current energy. Three of Swords. So there's heartbreak. He's dealing with it. He's feeling the energy. And I've told you guys before, when I read on people who are no longer here, it's not about the feeling that we call it, like what I'm saying, and you feel it's a low vibrational. This is a pain that feels very low vibrational. I don't know how else to say that. So, but there's heartbreak, loneliness, betrayal, sadness, and grief. There's also acknowledging the world, that it's over, this complete accomplishment, He's reached his goal in life, in this life, rather. With the Page of Cups in reverse, he's dealing with childhood issues, broken dreams, immaturity, envy, and childishness. Okay. Oh, more. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is also acknowledging with the Three of Wands in reverse, throwing water on the flame in the area of business, but also in the area of passion. There's a lack of forward planning now, holding on to the past, self-doubt, and regret. Thank you, Spirit. All right. What are his biggest obstacles when it comes to his current energy? Okay. All right. So he's acknowledging with the Seven of Swords in reverse that one of his biggest obstacles is taking responsibility, starting fresh, a conscious kicking in and coming clean. Yeah. These are big obstacles for him. And this, again, has to do with the King of Wands, some type of fire sign energy. Spirit says dominant male energy, masculine energy, forceful, selfishness, impulsive, broken promises, and extremism with the King of Wands in reverse. And then lastly, with the Page of Wands in reverse, bad intentions, easily tricked, loud mouth, and a lack of seriousness. And see, I don't know names to kind of ask him if this is the energy that he's talking about, but this is the second or third time that this energy has come through. That he knew that there was something that had to do with someone else, and he feels tricked, he feels caught, he feels cornered, he feels stuck. He also is acknowledging like this is not the first time, like he was aware that something was coming. Anyway, but then again, like I said, there is this female energy that's come out twice as well. And so with the Empress energy in reverse, there's also this energy that dependence, smothering, emptiness, creative blocks from a female energy is also an obstacle for him as well. Not being able to give birth to a child and or not being able to give birth to his manifestations. And what else do you need to tell us in regards to your passing at Lake Tahoe? Spirit says it's in the middle of the deck. Oh, the Sun card is in reverse. There's sadness, there's gloom, there's despair, there's anguish, there's depression. Okay, the cards are talking. Okay, procrastination, pessimism, lies, and failure. Anything else? Judgment card, not taking accountability and responsibility for one's actions, lies, trust, feeling down, self-doubt, missing the call, fearlessness, all. And anything else? With the High Priestess energy, Spirit is acknowledging that he's going to tap into his divine consciousness, divine feminine energy, sacred knowledge, intuition, and do what? And do what with it? What you about to do, Josh? Okay. He said he's going to knock the Queen of Wands right off of her throne. Jealous, hot-tempered, revenge, selfish, insecure, feminine energy. With the King of Coins, he's going to make sure that she does not prosper, that this feminine energy does not have the money that they were looking for to make off of him. Failing business, corruption, cold, materialistic, and instability. And then with the Ten of Cups in reverse, well, goodness, when I say what you gonna do, if you could throw some cards to say some things, that would be what someone would say if they felt crossed, right? He said everything you touch moving forward will crumble. Despair, broken family, divorce, separation, conflict, and disharmony. You know what? Peace and blessings. Y'all call me back.